गोलोकनाम्नि च धाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधाम सुतेषु तेषु ते ते प्रभावनिचया विहिताश्रयेण गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलय साधन शक्तिरेका चायेव यस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दूरा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। क्षीरं यथा दधिविकारविशेषयोगात् संजायते न हि तथा पृथगस्ति हेतो यः शम्भुतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। दीपाचिरेव हि दशान्तरमभ्युपेत्य दीपायते विविधहेतुसमानधर्मा यस्तात्विकेव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यः कारणानभजते भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूपा आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वभूतिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यस्यैकनिश्वसितकालमथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविरजागदण्डनाथा विष्णुर्महात्सर्यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। वास्वान्यतास्मि जगदेषु निजेषु तेज स्वीयं कियत् प्रकटयत्यपि तद्वदत्र ब्रह्माय एष जगदण्डविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय कुम्भ द्वन्द्वे प्रणामसमये सगणाधिराज विघ्नान्नियन्तुमरमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। अग्निर्मही गगनमर्गुमरुद्दिशश्च कालस्तदात्ममनसि जगत्त्रयाणि यस्माद्भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यश्चक्षुरेष सविता सकलग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजा यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। धर्मोदपापनिचया श्रुतयस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीटपतगावदयश्च जीवाः यद्दत्तमात्रविभव प्रकटप्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यस्तेन्द्रगोपमथमेन्द्रमहो बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यं क्रोधकामसहजप्रणयादिप्रीति वात्सल्यमोहगुरुगौरवसेव्यभावै सञ्चिन्त्य तस्य सदृशीं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। कान्ता कान्ता परमपुरुषा कल्पतरो द्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणि धनमणि तोयममितं तथा गानं नाट्यं गमनमपि वंशीप्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योति परमपि तदा स्वाद्यमपि च स यत्र शिरापि श्रवति सुरभिभ्यश्च सुमहान् निमेषार्धाख्यो वा व्रजति न हि यत्रापि समयः भजे श्वेतदीपं तमहं हि अधोलोकमिति यं विदन्तस्ते सन्तः इति विरलाचारा कतिपये Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Samhita ki jai. So we will do Mangalasana, please. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanaşalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. So today we will be discussing on Shloka 46. So we can recite it together. Although we already recited the complete Brahma Samhita. Deepashire Bahita Shantaram Abhyupetya Deepayate Divita Hetu Samana Dharma Yastadrige Vahicha Vishnutaya Vibhati Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So the translation is as follows. The light of one candle being communicated to other candles, although it burns separately in them, is the same in its quality. I adore the venerable Lord Govinda, who exhibits himself equally in the same mobile manner in his various manifestations. So this verse basically establishes the relationship among the various manifestations of Lord Krishna in the worshipable category. In the previous session, yesterday, we had learned about the relationship between Shiva Tattva and Vishnu Tattva. So here, basically, the various manifestations of Lord Krishna himself, their relationship and their this differentiation basically is being explained through a very wonderful analogy. And so before trying to explain this, I would try to mention that there are two categories of expansions. In one way, although Lord Krishna's potency, being the Supreme Absolute Truth, are unlimited. And even Jiva Goswami, Srila Prabhupada many times tells us that Jiva Goswami, Sripad Jiva Goswami tells that the supremacy of the Supreme Lord cannot be substantiated until we are ready to accept the existence of inconceivable potencies in Him. Generally, those who are atheists, they try to diminish the position of the Supreme. Whenever we say the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Supreme Supreme Person or Supreme Absolute Truth, they would always challenge his originality. There is a kind of redundant question. They would say that if Krishna is the Supreme Father, okay, so who is the cause of Krishna? So this is a kind of improper question, because Anadi Radhi Govinda, he is the origin of everything without him having any origin. He is the supreme cause. Similarly, uh, to nullify this argument of theirs, Srila Jiva Goswami tells that we have to accept the inconceivable potencies in the Supreme. Then only there is the possibility of existence of any Supreme. Otherwise, if something can be conceived in our tiny brain, which we can conceive by our own tiny brains and intellect, then he cannot be the Supreme. This is very important. So, here, the Supreme Lord, Absolute Truth Lord Krishna, have multifarious potencies. It is said in the Shastras, Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Shruyate Swabhaviki Jnana Bal Kriya Cha न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञान बल क्रिया च. So here parasya shakti vividhaiva shruyate, basically we are referring to this, that supreme shaktis and his potencies are vividha, a lot, many. But for understanding, the transcendentalists have categorized them in various categorizations. So one category of that is Swansha and Vibhinansha. So the Supreme Lord expands himself in majorly these two categories, Swansha expansions and Vibhinansha. Vibhinansha, Srila Prabhupada explains us like our body is there. So these hairs on our body, they are Vibhin Ansha, analogous to Vibhin Ansha. Because if they are separated also, then also my existence can continue. But the Swansha is the very same self, and he likens it to the head. So if we chop off the head, then the existence will not be possible. So these Vishnu Tattva expansions like Ramadi Murti Sakala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu. These different expansions, Rama, Nrsimha, Varaha, and they are multi. It is told in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that the expansions and manifestations of the Supreme Lord are so numerous in number, it is like waves in the ocean. They cannot be counted. So, this is the Vishnu Tattva category, Swansha. And they are, Prabhupada many times refer them as worshipable category. Like Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan, and the Chaturvyuha, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Niruddha, and Vasudev. They all are Vishnu Tattva. And in the Vishnu Tattva, what is the main thing? It is explained here. Like a candle is there, that is originally lit up candle. It has a complete potency of brightening and illumination. And same kind of candle is there with the same potency being lightened through that candle. When the two candles are up flame, so we see that both are producing the same illumination. So the power, the abilities, the potencies are same. But originality of the original candle has to be maintained. Deeparchirevahi dashantaram abhyupetya Deepayate vivrita hetu samana dharma. The word is samana dharma, equally powerful. So, Lord Govinda Adi Purusham, he is the original candle, and the other expansions, Rama, Nrsimha, Varaha, they are all expanded through him, but they are same in potency. So Vishnu Tattva, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having discussion with Venkat Bhatt, the father of Srila Gopal Bhatt Goswamiji.
Yes.
So he was having a discussion about the supremacy of Lord Krishna over and above Lord Narayana. So Venkat Bhatt was a little confused when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked some questions that he was unable to answer, although he was also a very learned scholar. So the questions we will not go in detail, but then he surrendered to Mahaprabhu and requested him only to shed light upon the real meaning of the. So Mahaprabhu began by discussing the tattva, and he said in tattva Narayan and Lord Krishna are same, using this only analogy that the powers are same, but the reciprocation of pastimes and exchange of love is more vivid and more intense in case of Lord Krishna. So therefore Lord Krishna has, you can remember this, Jiva Tattva, Shambhu Tattva, Vishnu Tattva. There are three basic categories. Jiva Tattva is a worshipper and he is Vipinansh. His existence is perfected when he engages his complete energy, mind, body, words, everything in the service of the Supreme Worshipable, Lord Krishna, Lord Brahma. Then there is so they have 50 qualities. They are mentioned in Nectar of Devotion. 50 qualities in minute quantity. And Lord Brahma is the supreme among the Jiva Tattva, and he has a greater amount of those 50 qualities, more in amount. Then, and Brahma is a post. Any Jiva who qualifies himself can be awarded the post of Brahma. Similarly, Indra and other demigods. And then there is Shambhu Tattva. He is a person, like yesterday we understood. He is a person. He is the expansion of Vishnu Tattva only, but in having some vikar, able to produce some transformation is there. So he is having 5 more qualities attributed to him, and that makes him the supreme or above Jiva Tattva category. And then Vishnu Tattva has 5 more. So 55 qualities are in Shambhu, and then Vishnu Tattva have 5 more qualities. What are those qualities exactly? I have to refer to Nectar of Devotion, so we can study it. And then these 60 qualities make up all the Vishnu expansions. Narayan, Shivadakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Rama and Singha, and they are all equally powerful in Tattva. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Venkat Bhatta that if somebody differentiates among Vishnu and Krishna and Narayan, then it is an aparadha. Because they are equally powerful. But then Krishna has a special ability to reciprocate with his devotees. So there are 4 more qualities in Krishna that are exclusive to him only. And they are called as Chatur Madhuri, Lord Krishna's Madhuris. So he is Venu Madhuri, Rup Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, and Prem Madhuri. So he has very loving devotees, Prem Madhuri. Leela Madhuri, he is engaged in very wonderful pastimes that are exclusive only to him. And Venu Madhuri, only Krishna plays on flute. And Rup Madhuri, his beauty is attracting even his own Swansha. Even Lord Vishnu is attracted by the beauty of Krishna. And we have a very specific chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam where Lord Karnadakshay Vishnu is stealing the sons of a Brahmana to have Lord Krishna come to his abode and give him his darshans. And so Lord Krishna went with Arjuna and saw Mahavishnu and then brought back the sons of Brahma. And you must be aware of this. So this is Krishna's special features, and now we will try to understand the purport we have. So here Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur explains the presiding duties of Hari Dham is Hari, Narayan, Vishnu, etc. The subjective portions of Krishna are being described. So these expansions of Lord Krishna are being described. Hari, Narayan, Vishnu. The majestic manifestation of Krishna is Narayan, Lord of Vaikuntha, whose subjective portion is Karmadakshai Vishnu, the prime cause, whose portion is Garbhodakshai Vishnu and is again the subjective portion of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. So he is telling that Narayana is the majestic manifestation or the very powerful and opulent manifestation of Lord Krishna, and he expands it into Karmadakshai Vishnu, and who expands into Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and who further expands to Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So I am not going into the details of these. They are known as Purush Avataras, who are responsible directly for the manifestation of this material existence. So the word Vishnu indicates Lord all-pervading, omnipresent and omniscient personality. So this is important. Srila Prabhupada always tried to explain the word Vishnu and Vasudev in this regard. Lord Srila Prabhupada quotes this verse from Bhagavad Gita. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. So many births one cultivates knowledge. Then he comes to this conclusion that Vasudeva is everything. Everything is Vasudeva. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Then such kind of a Mahatma is very durlabha. So Vishnu and Vasudeva are same. So it means it indicates all pervading, everywhere. Omnipresent, he is always present. Omniscient, and he is all knowing. He knows everything. Whatever is going within our mind and without our mind also, he is knowing everything. It is said, Bahir Nishinga Ridaye Nishinga Nishinga Madim Sharanam Prapadye. So therefore, he is the only shelter actually, What is the actual import? That Krishna is omnipresent, Krishna is omniscient, he knows everything, is present everywhere, is all powerful, he is Vasudeva Vishnu. So only he can give actual shelter to the Jiva. Jiva is a dependent, he is worshipper and Vishnu is worshipable. So the combination is appropriate. Worshipper, worshipping, worshipable, that is the appropriate combination, and that is the only purpose of human life, to reinstate ourselves in this basic position or function which we are actually intended for, which we were created to. Actually now the problem, our predicament is because what we have lost our actual function and position, and we are trying to become the worshipable. We are trying to become the Lord. We are trying to become the master. I was reading yesterday in Srila Prabhupada's purport that our basic disease is to lord over the material energy. And as soon as we try to get rid of this polluted mentality, our spiritual vision starts to awaken. And while explaining this ability to behold the all ever fresh and very beautiful spiritually existing Sri Vrindavan Dham will come into us only when we will give up the unnecessary desire of lording over the material nature. And he quotes Narottam Das Thakur, Vishaya Chariya Kave Shudha Vimano The more we become free from this mentality of lording over the material nature, the more our spiritual vision will develop, and we will be able to witness the presence of Supreme Lord and His pastimes and His pastime place and Vrindavan, the spiritual existence, uh, spiritual existence even here. But because while we are in Vrindavan Dham or any such potent places, we still are unable to perceive this because of our mentality of lording over. So, Jiva can be free of the real position of Jiva is to serve Krishna without trying to enjoy his energy and engaging his energy in his service, and then Jiva will be completely satisfied. So, Vishnu is all pervading, omniscient, omnipresent. So, therefore, there is ample opportunity for the Jiva to serve Krishna. Because Krishna is everywhere. So, we can serve him, isn't it? So, now in this shloka, the activities of the subjective portions of the divinity are enunciated by the specification of the nature of Shivadakshay Vishnu. So, here Shivadakshay Vishnu, the nature is being explained, and these activities are also given. The personality of Vishnu, the embodied form of the manifested quality Sattva Guna, is quite distinct from that of Shambhu, who is adulterated with mundane qualities. Vishnu's subjective personality is on a level with that of Govinda. Both consist of the unadulterated substantive principle. This is what we told here also, that Shambhu is a kind of a transformed form of Govinda, but Vishnu is on the same level, is on a level of that of Govinda. He has the same power. He is not like a milk turned into curd. Shambhu was an analogous to milk turned into curd. But here the analogy is candle being lit by another candle. So the power is the same, illumination is the same, only the difference is of originality. Who is the original? So although Govind is original, but Vishnu is also on the same potential level. Both consist of the unadulterated substantive principle. Vishnu in the form of the manifest causal principle is identical with Govinda as regards quality. So Vishnu has the same quality and potency. The manifested quality Sattva Gun that is found to exist in the triple mundane quality is an adulterated entity being alloyed with the qualities of mundane activity and inertia. So that here it is being told by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ji that the quality of Sattva Guna in this material world is not pure. It is always being amalgamated or being polluted by other lower qualities of Rajas and Tamas. Therefore, the Sattva is not pure here. So, Brahma is the dislocated portion of the divinity manifested in the principle of mundane action endowed with the functional nature of its subjective portion. And Shambhu is the dislocated portion of the divinity manifested in the principle of mundane inertia, possessing similarly the functional nature of its subjective portion. The reason for being dislocated portions is that the two principles of mundane action and inertia being altogether wanting in the spiritual essence, any entities that are manifested in them are located at a great distance from the divinity himself or his facsimils. The basic meaning here is that, like Lord Brahma he is in charge of the mode of passion and therefore he creates. Lord Shiva is in charge of mode of ignorance and therefore he is allocated to destroying department. And they all are being in touch with the material energies, therefore they are not as purely situated as Lord Vishnu, although he is also the predominating deity of goodness in this world, but Lord Vishnu is situated in pure goodness himself, Vishuddha Sattva. He is not polluted or contaminated by the touch of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. However, Brahmaji and Shambhu, because being touched by these gunas, has a little lesser position. And therefore, when Bhrigu Muni was given the task of finding the best personality among the three, he found that Lord Vishnu was the best among them. So we are running out of time, so I will complete the purport and then we will stop. Although the mundane manifested quality is of the adulterated kind, Vishnu, the manifestation of the divinity in the mundane manifested quality, makes its appearance in the unadulterated manifested principle, which is a constituent of the mundane manifested quality. So basically, this means this is the same simple meaning that Lord Vishnu is not adulterated by the by these rajas and tamas. He is written pure sattva. However, in this material world, sattva guna is always is not pure, is contaminated by the touch of rajas and tamas. But Vishnu here also, the guna avatar Vishnu here also is in Shuddha sattva. Hence, Vishnu is the full subjective portion and belongs to the category of superior Ishvaras. Okay, he is the lord of the deluding potency and not alloyed with her. He is the lord of Maya. He is not touched by Maya. He is not influenced by Maya. He is aloof from Maya and he is the lord of Maya. Vishnu is the agent of Govinda's own subjective nature in the form of the prime cause. All the majestic attributes of Govinda, aggregating 60 in number, as we have told you, are fully present in these majestic manifestation Narayana. Shiva and Brahma are entities adulterated with mundane qualities. Though Vishnu is also divine appearance in mundane quality Gunavatar, still he is not adulterated. The same thing which I told. The appearance of Narayan in the form of Mahavishnu, the appearance of Mahavishnu in the form of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and the appearance of Vishnu in the form of Kshirodakshai Vishnu are examples of ubiquitous function of the divinity. Vishnu is God in himself and the two other Gunavataras, and all the other gods are entities possessing authority in subordination to him. It is told that Vishnu is supreme Lord, worshipable Lord, and Shiva and Brahma and all other demigods are under him and are empowered by him to do whatever they are doing. From the subjective manifestation, majestic manifestation of the supreme self-luminous Govinda imitate Garnodakshai, Garbhodakshai, Kshirodakshai and all other derivative subjective divine descents such as Rama, etc. and analogous to communicated light appearing in different candles shining by the operation of the spiritual potency of Govinda. Although here English is a bit complicated, but whatever we have told here, it refers to the same meaning. So I will end here. I will beg my pardon for going 5 minutes extra. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Shri Brahma Samhita ki. Okay, so can we have questions or we can have personally also? Sorry? Okay. Yes, please.
Prabhu, Jivatmas are narcissistic, so they are sometimes come under the influence of the three modes of meditation.
Yes.
Here we are saying that Lord Shiva is also, in comparison with Vishnu, is also to extent in touch with mind getting contaminated. So he is not exactly at the level of
Vishnu Tattva.
So his contamination, Lord Shiva's contamination and Jiva's contamination, both the same or different? Because Lord Shiva is also husband of Parvati, who is my personified. So what is the difference in the type of contamination which Lord Shiva and the Jiva must have?
Actually, it's not good to say contamination because Lord Shiva is also pure. And as we know that Vaishnavana Yatha Shambhu, and Vaishnavas are also, as we learn from Srila Prabhupada's books, the Vaishnavas are also in Vishuddha Sattva. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shaktitam Yadiyate Tatra Pumana Pavitra Sattve Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Yadokshajo Menam Manasa Vidiyate. Because the Supreme Lord is always situated in the heart of the Vaishnava, therefore he is always in the Vishuddha Sattva without being contaminated by the three modes. And if normal Jivas can achieve this situation, then Lord Shiva is the Supreme Vaishnava also. He is having a completely different category himself. He is having 55 qualities. He is the Lord of the Jivas mentioned like that also. But his is transformed form. He is less in 5 qualities. Vishnu has 60 qualities, Shambhu has 55 qualities. So in that way, his Ishvara is Vishnu. So he is not directly Vishnu Tattva, he is not Jiva Tattva, he is his own existence. And there is Sadashiv Lok also, that is there in the spiritual sky, beyond this material manifestation. That itself gives the proof that he is not touched by the 3 modes. But he is subordinate to Lord Vishnu. Just to make it clear, the lotus in the water is in the mud, but it is not touched by the mud. So, like that. Yes, please.
When we generally say Vishnu, mode of goodness, Shiva, mode of ignorance, and Brahma is mode of passion. So, in terms of creation, destruction, and maintenance.
Yes.
So, what exactly they represent the goodness, passion, and ignorance? Because they are not actually
Yes.
influenced by the modes,
Yes.
but is the nature of the mode they are having and they are influencing.
Okay.
Is the correct understanding of it? Like for
Ah.
example, say mode of goodness means we will say the maintenance.
Yes, please.
For maintenance we require goodness.
Yes,
So
please.
is that the nature of the Vishnu is in that nature? That's why he is influencing the material nature to maintain that one. And another thing, and is it the way to say or what exactly does it mean?
Actually, Lord Vishnu is beyond the 3 gunas. That is very basic to understand. And when we say he is the predominating deity of goodness, being Gunavatar, so he is maintaining this universe. So he is doing it without being influenced by it. Like I just want to make my point clear by giving an analogy. Like if I am trying to use this phone for my benefit, for my purpose, but I am susceptible to be influenced by this phone to be deviated from my purpose also. Like for example, like if I am maybe I am writing a document in this, but sometimes maybe some pop-up comes and I become influenced like that. Or another Prabhupada explains that if I am fishing, then I have the susceptibility or possibility of becoming wet myself by the water. So Vishnu, Lord Vishnu is is using the gunas without being affected, means he is also kind of fishing without becoming wet. Because he is the Supreme Lord, therefore he can use those gunas according to his need and his requirement, but he will not be affected by that. But when we do something like that, because we are not that powerful, so we can become affected by the gunas or objects. Brahmaji is in the Jiva Tattva category, so he can also become affected, but because he is very pure, very elevated, so generally he does not. Like we hear in Bhagavatam that he became affected by his own daughter, he became affected. But then he came to his senses also immediately. So he has that possibility of being affected by the gunas. But generally it does not happen because of his supremacy. It is said in the 10th canto, the Supreme's na doshaya, teji yesham na doshaya. That is it. And Shiva is also not affected. Shiva is not affected because it is said that he is dhira. when Parvati was sent to worship disturb him in his meditation, Parvati worshipped his linga, genitals, but still he was not disturbed. That explains his dhira position. Prabhupada gives this example.
What I understood just I will.
Yes, please.
For example, like saying goodness, passion and ignorance are there in the Lord, but he has so he is just using that quality without affecting.
It's not there in the Lord. He can use them. He is free from them. He is pure.
Then how actually he is influencing the goodness?
Means like this is a
For
kartal.
example, you have kartal. Without having the kartal, you cannot use that. Whether you may be infected or not infected, that is a different thing.
Yeah. That is it. That is right. What you are saying is right. Means I can pick up the kartal, I can use it, and without becoming affected by it. I have kind of some armor, like COVID protective tool. That toolkit I have worn. So I am using it without becoming in touch with it.
It's kind of a tool, he is using it for the maintenance of the
Yes,
body.
like it is said in the Lord Vishnu is giving a sight on the Maya, so he is not coming in direct contact. He is just giving a sight. So, but he is touching Maya and not touching Maya. He is using his sight in that. Okay, Puji. So let us wind up. Yes, please. You can ask.
Can you explain appearance of Lord Shiva?
Appearance. Lord Shiva is eternal, and he appears from Brahmaji in this world, Rudra. Like Lord Varaha also appeared through the nose of Brahmaji. Lord Shiva is eternal, Sadashiv Lok.
Lord Shiva is Rudra.
There is expansions. Okay? Yes, please.
And Lagu Bhagavatam, one quotation which one of the Acharya mentions that sometimes even for Lord Shiva also, Jivatma is empowered like it is mentioned. So I was really confused. Even we have heard so many times that Lord Shiva's position is not Shiva. But even within the universe, the position of Lord Shiva, the Jivatma sometimes can be empowered to be in that place like that. So,
Okay. I have heard only about Lord Brahma this thing. Shiva is a person, but as you are telling, I don't know this.
I recently read in his Mother Kadam.
Madhurikadam. So I will have to check Guruji. I don't know this. I have also heard that Shiva is a person. He cannot be opposed. But if it is said like that, then we have to check. So we find out Guruji. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Sai Gaur Pramanande. Marjanam Bhavamadagirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyamudrivanam Anandam Punam